Welcome to lecture 42nd. So let us continue from the last class. So in the last class we have started with the use of graph theory in solving the or in the analysis of complex network. Okay. So for that we have seen the first method that we are trying to compute the node voltages using graph theory approach. I mean, we will see how to use the nodal analysis method using graph theory, and for that we seen the graph, how to obtain the graph, how to obtain the directed graph, how to number it, and then how to assume the current directions, and also if some kth branch is there, which is generalized kth branch, and in that that branch will be consist of impedance, voltage will be in series, as well current will be in parallel form. Okay, and from that we obtained the two basic equations for that, which were I into IA will be your element currents, and second equation was the A transpose into node voltages, which will be equal to element voltages, right? And from that, if I would like to apply it basically to solve the circuit problems using nodal analysis, then what we did, we have obtained the equation that called IK, which was equal to YK into VEK minus source currents minus YK into VSK. And how it was, suppose this is my kth branch and it consists of impedance, let me call it as ZEK, then there will be voltage in series with it. Okay, and also what we seen, that is the current in parallel, current source in parallel with it, let me call this is VSK, this is ISK, and I assume this is ISK, and I assume that this is the direction. So this is opposing to my element current direction, remember. Okay, and what was the voltage across this was VK, and from that we have derived this equation for each kth branch. And then if you write for each kth branch, then I will get it in a vector form, which will be IE will be equal to this YE matrix into VE vector minus your IS vector minus YE is again impedance matrix and source vector. Okay, and then this will be the admittance matrix, and this is the diagonal matrix. Okay, this will be the row vector, column vector consists of all the current sources connected in parallel with the element. This will be again the column vector, which will be indicating the values of the voltage sources which are connected in parallel with the element, and Y is your diagonal admittance matrix. Okay, and then what we did, some simplification, that is we have pre-multiplied by that matrix A, and we know how to obtain A matrix. Okay, and from that what we have derived the one equation that we called it as A, okay, into Y matrix multiplied with again A transpose matrix multiplied with the node voltage, that is column vector, which was A into IS source current plus A matrix multiplied with impedance matrix Y into VSK. Okay, by pre-multiplying, and then we have substituted, we have basically used these two equations, which were this. Okay, and we have derived this, and from that I can obtain the node voltage, which is equal to this matrix, resultant matrix, let me call it as capital Y matrix, and the name to this matrix will be node admittance matrix. Okay, node admittance matrix. If this is the case, then I can obtain Vn will be equal to this. I'll do the pre-multiplication of it, so it will be inverse of this y into A into source vector is plus again here it will be y inverse into A into ye into Vs. So this way you can solve the circuit, and once you know the node voltages, we know you can compute the element voltages. Okay, so let us take it to one example, and let's, to illustrate this, let me take it one example how to compute it. Okay, so suppose this is the one example one, and let me see, the network is like this. Then current source connected with it, then there is a resistor connected with voltage source. Okay, then there is also resistor here, fine. Then one more resistor here, then voltage source, one more resistor. I'll put the numerical values once I draw the whole network. Then there will be one more resistor. Remember, it may consist of inductor, capacitors also, so that you can replace by your impedance. Okay, and suppose let me put some numbers on every element. This is 6 volt, this is 4 ohm, this is 4 ohm, this current source is of 2 amperes, let's say. This is 2 ohm. Okay, this is say 1 by 2 ohm, this is 3 ohm, and suppose this is 8 volt battery, and say this is 1 ohm. Okay, now let me solve this using graph theory, and let me compute what will be my node voltages, that is VA, VB and VC. Okay, so for that, first thing I have to draw the graph of it, and to draw the graph what I need the two basic informations. One is your node and second are your elements, or you can say not elements but edges. This is the proper word, edges or branches. Okay, so for that, give the names to it. Already two nodes already we have given. Suppose this is my node A, B, C, and this is my O. Okay, now let us draw the graph of it. So how to draw the graph? First write the nodes, means plot the nodes. These are my nodes. Okay, and then each node draw by single line. This is one line between node A with B. Okay, A, B, C and O. There is again one more single line from B to C, then there is line A to O, then there is line from C to O, then there is line from B to O again, and one more line. This is from B to C. Okay, and then what next? This is undirected graph, but for our network application I don't want undirected graph, I want the directed graph. So for that, let me give the numbers to each branch. So suppose this is my first branch, say second, then suppose this is third, say this is fourth, fifth and sixth. So correspondingly I'll give it the number to this also graph. 1, this is second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Okay, and then give the directions. So the directions also arbitrary, it's of there is no compulsion that you can. So let me give the arbitrary direction for 1 is like this, 2 is like this, 3 is like this, 4 is like this, 5 is like this and 6 is like this. Okay, so observe that whatever the element present in the branch, that simply replaced by single line, and assume the directions are arbitrary. Okay, now we will use our derived equation. So what was our derived equation? Basically, so what was our derived equation? It was A into Y, which was YE, okay, into A transpose into node voltages, which were equal to incidence matrix, that is reduced incidence matrix, into source current vector, plus again reduced incidence matrix into YE, which is this matrix, admittance matrix, multiplied with the source vector. Okay, if I'll do this, so this will all in matrix or vector representation, so that way also you can write same way. Okay, fine. Now let us calculate it. So to calculate, so to do this, what first, let's write the equations for this, which will be A into IE, so that to obtain the A matrix. So first my aim is to obtain A matrix. So first obtain A matrix, ultimately A transpose matrix also you can obtain. You can directly also write by considering the KCL at every node, but as a first example, let me write the form that I have to obtain as A into I is equal to 0. So at node A, what will be the elemental current? I1 plus I4 plus IE6, which are equal to 0. Okay, because all are outgoing currents, you can see here. Right? At node B, one is incoming, this is also incoming, this is also incoming. So at node B, what will be the currents? Minus IE2, minus IE4, minus I5, which is 0. Now let me write the KCL at node C. So 2 are outgoing, 1 is incoming. So at node C, 5 and 3 outgoing, okay, and 6 elemental current is incoming. So minus I6 equal to 0, and from that I can obtain the A matrix, which can be row wise, indicates your nodes A, B, C, and columns are your elements. Okay, so number of elements or number of edges in the graph which you have. Okay, so IE1 means this one is 1, 4 is 1, and 6 is 1, all are 0. So this is 0, this is 0, this is 0. Okay, then for B, what is it? IE2 is negative, so minus 1, 4 is negative, IE4, and minus 5 is also negative. So this will be negative, all are 0. Okay, then what next? For node C, IE3 positive, IE4 positive, IE3 positive, IE5 positive, and minus IE6 negative, and all are 0. Okay, so this is my resultant A matrix. Okay, and from that, what I got it A matrix. Now what I want, IA transpose, simply I can get it. Now I want to calculate what is YE matrix, what is the source current matrix, vector, and voltage sources elements, or what is it, column vector. Okay, so let me first calculate what is my okay, here. So let me calculate what is my YE. So basically this is, let me write with other pen. So YE, this is basically the diagonal element. So 1, YE1. So YE1 means one branch, how much it is? 4. So admittance of it will be 1 by 4, right? So this will be 1 by 4, all are 0, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then for next row, what is it for second element? So what is it? 2 ohm resistor. So this will be 1 by 2, all will be 0. For third element, this what is it? 1 by 1 ohm only. So admittance is 1, all are 0. For fourth element, 4 ohm resistor. So the admittance will be 1 by 4 here, all will be 0. For fifth, it is 1 by 2. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 by 2. Impedance is 2, 0. For sixth, it is 3 ohms. So this will be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 1 by 3. Okay. So this is now my Y matrix, which is admittance matrix. Okay. Now let me calculate what is the source vector IS. Source vector means current source vector, and from that we know that for this, if the element current assume this direction, IS has to be opposite, so that make it positive. Okay, so let us use this convention which we have considered, and let us find out. So for first element or branch, there is no current source, so this will be 0. For second branch, yeah, there is a current source with value 2 ampere, and this is, you are saying, this is if it is a element current, so source current is opposing. So as per our convention, it will be plus 2. For third element or third branch, there is no current source, so it will be 0. For fourth again branch, there is no current source. Fifth also there is no current source, and sixth also there is no current source. Okay, so your source IS will be, current source vector will be 0, 2, 0, all are 0. Now let us write for voltage source vector. So which will be, in element 1, is there any voltage source? Yeah, it is there, and this polarities will be like this. Okay, because current flowing from positive to negative potential, higher potential to lower potential. So this will be 6 volt, right? this will be 6 volt, yes. Then for element 2 there is no voltage source, so this is 0. For element 3, yes, there is a voltage source which you see here, so again the polarities are in favor, so this will be 8. Then for node 4 there is no voltage source, no, not node 4, sorry, branch 4 or edge 4, there is no voltage source. 5 also there is no voltage source, and 6 also there is no voltage source. Okay, so 6 also there is no voltage source. So this is my, you know, uh, voltage source vector. Okay, now let me substitute everything here in this equation and let us calculate it. Okay, so first calculate y A transpose into yn, which is on left side, and what was on right side? Right side was a is plus a y into vs. Okay, so now a we know, what is a is this thing, and a transpose also I can get it by taking transpose of it. So let me calculate a transpose vn. So I will write a transpose vn, which is a is 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 minus 1 0 minus 1 minus 1 0. Then what about third row? It is 0 0 1 0 1 minus 1. Okay, then multiplying this with ye. So what is ye? That is 1 by 4 4 5 6. Then this is 0 1 by 2 0 0 0 0. Then this is 0 0 1 0 0 0. Then fourth was 1 by 4 0 0. Fifth is 2. Okay, so 0 2 0. Sixth is 0 0 0 0 0 1 by 3. Then multiplied with its transpose, so its transpose will be 1 0 1, sorry, 1 0 0 1 0 1. Then 0 minus 1 0 minus 1 minus 1 0, and then 0 0 1 0 1 minus 1. Okay, so let us solve this, which is obviously my nodal admittance matrix. Okay, so if you solve, the resultant is multiplied with one more vector, that is my va vb and vc. Basically vn is a vector of the node voltages va vb vc. Okay, so if you do the matrix multiplication is 0.833 minus 0.25 minus 0.33, then minus 0.25 2.75. You can write simple program and directly from the computer you will get it the results. So minus 0.33 minus 2 3.33 multiplied with what it will be va vb and vc. Okay, and now let us compute a into is plus a into y into vs. So now a is same again, which is this a. Okay, so it is 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 minus 1 0 minus 1 minus 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 minus 1 multiplied with source vector, which was 0 2 0 0 0 0, then plus a, this is same a, y, again y will be your this y, ay into source vector, which was voltage source vector, which was 6 0 8 0 0 0. Basically this is your A matrix. Okay, this is your Y matrix. You multiply this some matrix, you will get it, and multiply with the voltage source vector, which was 608 0 0 0. Okay, 608 0 0 0. Okay, from that this will give me resultant 0 minus 2 0. Okay, A into Is, and then next Ay into Vs will give me 1.508. That this resultant is this. Okay, fine. So now what I have to obtain? I have to obtain this VA, VB, VC. So this VA, VB, VC can be obtained by taking pre-multiplying by its inverse. Okay, so this inverse, this has to shifted onto this by multiplying pre-inverse by pre-multiplying its inverse. So 0.833 minus 0.25 minus 0.33 minus 0.25, 2.75 minus 2 minus 0.33 minus 2, 3.33 multiplied with this addition, so it will be my 1.5 minus 2 8, and then I have to calculate its inverse, and inverse I have to calculate its adjoint of this matrix divided by determinant of this matrix, and adjoint of it we can calculate that, take it the cofactors and its transpose. Okay, so its inverse, let me write its inverse also so that you can check it out with your calculators. 1.494, 0.4337, 0.4096, 0.4337, 0.7711, so 0.5606, it is 0.4096, 0.5060, and 0.6446, and this is the inverse, and then multiply on my 1.5 minus 2 and 8. So what is the resultant? Resultant will be VA, VB, VC, V's 4.6506, then 3.1567, and 4.7590. Okay, so VA will be 4.650 volt, VA0 node voltage. Second node voltage will be 3.1567, and fourth node voltage will be third node voltage VC. This is basically VC. Okay, so it is 4.790. Okay, now once you know the node voltages, you can obtain the element voltages using A transpose. Using A transpose, node voltage vector is equal to element voltages, and let us write that also. So VE1, VE2, VE3, how many element voltages if you want to calculate? 6. Okay, so VE6, and then A transpose, you know this is 1 0 0, 0 minus 1 0, 0 0 1, 1 minus 1 0, 0 minus 1 plus 1, 1 0 minus 1. Okay, and multiplied with the resultant node voltage vector, you got it 4.6506, 3.1567, and 4.7590. so resultant I got it is 4.6506 minus 3.1567, 4.759, then 1.494, 1.6024, and minus 0.1084. So this will be in volts. Okay, so this way also, by the use of graph theory, you can solve the network. Okay, so this way the first method, that is nodal analysis method, you can do it using the graph theory approach. Now second method is mesh analysis. Okay, so let us see how to do it using mesh analysis. How to do the mesh analysis method using graph theory. Okay, and basically this method is named as tie-set matrix or tie-set method. Okay, so for this we have to understand basically tie-set, and tie-set is we need to know how to obtain the trees from the complete graph. Okay, so now we will introduce 2-3 terms now, that is the trees. So trees are what? It is those where all nodes, let me write, all nodes of the complete graph, okay, have to be visited. All nodes of the complete graph have to be visited without forming the loop. Okay, this is basically the, so it is basically the subset of graph. For example, if I have, let us take it the same graph which we have taken till now. So suppose this is my graph. Okay, this is graph, nodes are A, B, C, O, and these are my directions. So any random direction. This is 6. Let us give it number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I would like to obtain the trees from it. So how many nodes are here? 4 nodes, and how many branches or how many edges are 6. Okay. So now if I would like to draw the trees, so basically you can draw, there will be different forms of the trees. Okay, so there will be different trees. Okay, so what may be, all nodes has to be visualized without forming the loop. So this one way can be this node visited and this node visited, this is also node visited. Okay, so this is my tree. Okay, this may be one type, and I have not formed any loop, so this is one tree. What may be second? Suppose I have drawn this. This is 1, 2, and 3. This is also other way of tree. Okay, what may be third type? Third type also we can, let me draw it. Suppose this is 1, 2, and 3. So all nodes are visited without forming the loop. Okay, so this is also one tree, and with these directions, mind you can give it. Okay, which was 2, 3, 4. Here it was 1, then 3, and then 4. Here it is, this is 1. Okay, this is 5, and this is 4, which is A, B, C, and O. Similarly, you can write it. Again, another way, if I would like to draw, so I can also draw this way, and this is visited, this is visited, this is also visited, so I have not formed any loop. So this is also one of the form of tree. Okay, so this is basically involved in tie-set method. So these are the various forms of the tree. So we can obtain the different forms. Okay, and these are basically the subgraphs. Now the two terminologies, that is the branches of these trees. Okay, this one branch, second branch, third branch. Okay, here also like this. Similarly here, so branches of trees basically called as the twigs. Okay, and whatever we have drawn with the dotted lines, these are called as the links. So again, two important terminologies. So this branches of trees are called twigs, and not visible edges called the links. Okay, so if this is the case, how many twigs will be there in the tree? So obviously 4 nodes I have, so how many there are? 3. Okay, so number of twigs will be equal to obviously number of nodes minus 1. Okay, and how many number of links will be there? So number of links will be equal to total edges minus number of tweaks. Okay, so this way also you can find out how many links or how many not visible edges or the drawn which we have drawn by dotted lines basically. Okay, so in tie set this we have to find it out trees. Okay, now let us see how to solve the circuit using this loop analysis method by graph theory approach or called tie set approach. Okay, suppose the my graph is now same graph, same topology, will take it okay, say this like this, and suppose this is one mode. Okay, now let me give number A, B, C, and this is O. So suppose 1, this is 2 with random directions, 3, say this is now 4, this is my fifth edge, and this is say my sixth edge. Okay, now suppose it's one of the tree is like this. One of the form, okay, you can take it any tree, but tree has to be tree because there should not be any loop. Okay, that should be the constant. Suppose I am taking this, visited this, and yeah, this way, not properly drawn. No, let me try properly. Okay, so this is node A, B, C, O. These are my tweaks, and let me draw the links with other pen. So these are my links. Okay, let us give the numbers. So what are the links? This is the link. Okay, first draw the directions here. A, B, then this was for 1, this was for 3, 4, this for fifth element direction was like this, 6 was like this, and 2 was like this. Okay, so these were my assumed directions. Already we assumed and put it like this. Okay, now this is my link 2. Let me give the name. This is L5 link 5, and this is my link 6. Okay, now with this the dotted lines represent the links as we know it. Now using these links only we have to form the loops. Okay, and also it is to be noted that when forming the loop, only and only one link is to be involved. When you are forming the loop, only one link is to be involved. Okay, and then the loop will be formed. Okay, so what is to be done? You form the loops from this with the help of links, and when you are forming the loop, there has to be only one link involved. Okay, and then once you form the loop, then you write the KVL. Okay, with the assumed polarities which can be taken from the help of this current directional polarities which has been given, and then write the equations using KVL, and let us see what we will obtain it. Okay, so first we will form the loop such that only one link will be involved. So suppose one link, this is I will take the link. So what will be this loop? This will be like this, one loop here. Okay, this is one loop because here in this loop only one link is involved. Here also if I take it there, this is also one loop. Okay, this is one loop because only one link is involved. Now this is, if I take it this as a loop, I see that there are two links involved. Okay, if I take it this, okay. So this is not possible. So what can be done? The best way is you take it this. Okay, this link has been taken, then this, and then this. Okay, so this is your third rule. Okay, so now I have formed the three loops. Okay, where I obtained that there has been involved only one link, correct? So let us write the KVL for it, and for KVL using link to this loop. Okay, so for link to, what is the KVL equation? That will be element voltage is E2 plus E3, and then it is opposing. You take the first polarity of the link, assume it with that, and go from the link and end to that link. Okay, so suppose I'm link is L2, so I'll start from this link L2, so it will be E2 plus E3, and observe that it is opposing, so it will be minus E1. Okay, which will be 0. Okay, this plus minus, this is minus plus minus. Okay, so plus minus, but it is minus, plus is coming, so that's why minus E1. Okay, now second loop can be formed using BCO that we have seen this. Okay, now start from link 5, so L5 to write the equation. L5 means it will start from this, so it is L5 will be E5, then it is plus minus, then it is coming minus plus, so it will be minus E4. Okay, and then it is plus minus is coming, so it will be plus E3. Okay, this is L5. Now again from link 6 I have found one more loop, that is ACBOA. Okay, so for L6 what will start from this polarity, so plus minus, then L6 means E6, then I'll go to here, that is fourth branch, so it is opposing, that is negative positive is coming, so here minus E4, then plus minus, so it will be plus according to my direction which has been assumed, that's why E3, and if I look at here, it is minus plus. Okay, so it will be minus E1, which will be equal to 0. So how many number of fundamental loops here? So basically these are the fundamental loops, and how many? It will be number of links. Okay, so number of fundamental loops will be equal to number of links, and let us express this into matrix form. So what will be now in matrix form? It will be row, those are the links L2, L5, L6, and the columns will be your elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it is minus 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, then this is 0, 0, 1, minus 1, plus 1, 0, then this was E1. For L6 it was minus, yeah, so it is minus 1, E2 is 0, E3 is there, so plus 1, E4 is minus 1, E5 is absent, E6 is there, so it is, yeah, for L2 what is there? E1 is minus 1, E2 is plus 1, E3 there is no 4, 5, 6, so all our elements are 0. Okay. This will be E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, and which is equal to all are 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so one equation I got it, which will be some matrix. So A already we have used it, so now let me use this matrix as B into EI, which will be equal to 0. Okay, so basically B matrix is known as the tie-set matrix. Okay, there is also incidence matrix, but the method is tie-set, that's why it is tie-set matrix. And what is the size of B? It will be number of links, okay, into the elements. Okay, so it will be number of links into elements, and how many number of links will be, which will be number of edges minus number of tweaks. Okay, so here it is 3 by 6. What is the size of it? It is 6 by 1. This is also 6 by 1. Okay, so this is basically the representation, but this is in terms of element voltages. Okay, but if you see the loop analysis, basically what it needs, we need basically to express into loop currents. Okay, so what is our aim now? We have to use graph theory to represent something into the loop current form. Okay, so now our task is express edge or branch currents into not link current, into loop currents. Okay, to do that, now let us see how the link currents will be related to the edge currents. Okay, so suppose again, let me repeat it one more time. Let me draw the directed graph, something like this. Draw the directions. So this is first direction for element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is say 6. Okay, nodes are A, B, C, and this is O. From that, draw the tie set. So for that, we have to draw the tree. So tree, we have taken the same tree, okay, which we have taken right now. This is one and this is like this. Okay, and then draw the links. So what are the links? These are the links. These are the links. Fine, and give the directions. 1, this was 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, and this is basically 6. Okay, now form the loops. Already we formed it. So what was first loop? First loop was starting from the link. First loop was like this. Okay, so this current is basically IL2. Second loop formed from link 5, so it is like this. Okay, so this is IL5. And what about third loop? Third loop is like this, flowing in fourth branch, then going in third branch, and then going in also first branch. Okay, so this is IL6. Okay, so now let us express the element currents into loop currents. So for that, let me write for I1. So in I1, what are the link currents are present or flowing, that we have to write it. Okay, so in I1, how many link currents? What are the link currents are flowing? One is from link 2, it is going and it is flowing in one branch. Okay, and but it is in opposite direction. Okay, let us see here. This is the link current flowing from here, and again flowing in branch 1. Okay, so and it is opposing the I1, that's why it is minus IL2. Again, is there any link current is flowing? So if IL6, IL6, it is going to third edge, and again it is going to edge 1. Okay, but the direction is again opposite, so it is minus IL2 and IL6. This is for I1. What is for I2? In I2 only one link current is flowing. This is simply I can write IL2. What is for third branch? I3, so it is flowing second link current. Okay, and then it is, if I see this, fifth link current and also sixth link current, and all are in favor of the element direction, third branch element direction. So it will be, I can write IL2 plus IL5 plus IL6. What will be for I4? It is the fifth link current is flowing, which is opposite to the branch current. Sixth link current is flowing, which is again opposite to the branch, which will be, I can write as minus IL5 minus IL6. Okay, now what is for fifth element current? I5 simply IL5. Okay, because that is only the link current is flowing. What is for IA6? It is simply the link current 6 is flowing. Okay, and now let us express into the matrix form. So this will be my branch current I1, I2. Basically, I have to express the branch currents into the loop currents I5, I6, and this I am expressing into the loop currents. So what are the loop currents? IL2, IL5 and IL6. And how is the relation? That is, can be known from the B matrix. Okay, so what is for IE1? It is minus IL2. So 2, 5, and this is 6, and these are now rows are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so minus IL2 means minus 1, and minus IL6 means minus 1. For IE2 only IL2, so it is 1, 0, 0. For IE3, IL2 is present, IL5 is present, IL6 is present, IE4 minus IL5 minus IL6, you can see here. For IE5 only IL5 present, so 0, 1, 0. For IL6 only IE6 IL6 is present. So if you look this matrix, this is basically the B transpose of which we have derived the B matrix. Okay, so if you look closely, so whatever the matrix we obtain, it is just the transpose of this B matrix. Okay, which will be the tie-set matrix. Okay, and then I also can be written that IE, that is, okay, I'll write that way. So Lament current vector will be equal to this B transpose, that is the transpose of tie-set matrix into the loop current vector IL. Okay, so this is my second equation. So how many equations we got from this tie-set method, which will be useful for solving the mesh analysis? So one equation is B matrix into Lament current I will be equal to 0, not Lament current, they are the voltages, right? Yeah, which is B into Lament voltages, so B into EI. Okay, so this will be B into EI. So let me write with capital like this, Lament voltages, and then next equation is B transpose into the loop currents, which will be equal to Lament currents. Okay, so now we will use these two equations, and we will form, or we will derive the equation so that I will be able to calculate the loop currents. Okay, so we stop here, we'll continue this in the next class. Thank you.